Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Today, we're going to be talking shorter working weeks, the new labour laws explained. Are you going to have a couple of days off in your future? We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Also, a taxi driver who really went above and beyond the call of duty, and someone wants to honour him. We're going to be talking all of the fitness classes that won't feel like exercise. This includes taking your doggy to a workout class. It's as adorable as it sounds. And also why Locale is making a difference in the Dubai food delivery industry. We do love our food delivery apps, and there's a new one on the scene, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that later in the show. But before we get to it, as you can see, I'm flying solo today. Simran is not going to be back for another few days. Shahir is away, so it's just me. So please keep your comments coming through. I need to know I'm not alone. And usually, when I am alone, I like to do some shout outs. It gives me an excuse to say hi to my friends when I'm on air. And what was it? I think last time my friend had a wedding that they just completed. But I'm opening Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Any comments, any shout outs, any reason you want to say hi to a friend. Maybe someone's starting their new job today. Maybe it's someone's birthday.
Somebody said, I like you in red, Casey. SARS.
Thank you, SARS. Appreciate that. But a shout out for you. A shout out to your people. SARS, do you have a shout out to give to your friend? I'm going to kick it off with, it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, William. He's in San Francisco. I don't know what age he's turning. I have 5 siblings.
It's hard to think.
I need to think about it. I'm 32. Michael is 35. So William must be 36. I think he's 36. So happy 36th birthday, William. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I love you. He's having a fabulous birthday in San Francisco at the moment. I miss him so much, but I'm going to see him and my other brother Michael is in San Francisco at Christmas holidays, so I cannot wait. But if you guys want to say happy birthday or hello to anyone who's abroad, let me know ASAP. Jonah is saying hi on Facebook. Hey Jonah, how are you doing? Thank you for always tuning in. Anything else coming through, let me know and I'll give you shout outs later in the show. But let's jump into our top story. We're talking shorter working weeks, the new labour laws explained. So last week, there were historic new labour laws announced, which of course will come into effect on February the 2nd, 2022. Now, as you're aware, the new contracts must be drafted by employers to recognise the Federal Decree Law by number 33 of 2021 on the regulation of labour regulations, which include the abolition of unlimited contracts. They, of course, will now be changed to 2 to 3 years. So all of these new labour laws, we did discuss them on the show last week, but we just want to dive a little bit deeper and delve a little bit further into what they mean, because I think that there was a massive, it probably will affect so many of us, and we just want to see, give more information as to what they exactly mean. So as you may or may not be aware, there will be lengthier morning leave, so up to 5 days. Also one for moms, potential moms to be. There will be a longer maternity leave for women with 45 days full pay, and then the next 15 days with half day. But what's potentially most significant to the majority of us is the new flexible model announced. So what they've said is that in the condensed working week, employees can choose to finish their 40 hours in 3 days instead of 1 week, as per the contract signed by both parties. So this would basically mean you and your employer would enter a contractual agreement that would allow you to finish all of your hours within 3 days as opposed to 5. So this is really looking at kind of temporary, flexible, part-time. Alibaba is going, I don't think it works for full-time, but it'll basically mean you can finish your work week within 3 days. And they've also discussed these shared working models, which are so interesting. So in a shared working model, 2 employees, as long as it's approved by your employer, they can share and complete their tasks and split their payment upon agreement with the employer, which is very interesting, don't you think? So you enter a contract with your employer, i.e. me and you. I'm sure, can I try and do your job, whatever it is? What do you do? Could we go together? But you would need their skills, they would need your skills. Maybe it's someone you're already working with. For example, Ali, you and I, we can't share. But you could easily do this. I don't think I could do that. Too stressful. Too many buttons, too many knobs, too many twisty things. Maybe you could learn.
You can learn.
Do you have a good work buddy that you would share your work with? But I think it's basically a fabulous arrangement, but of course you're taking half pay. But it basically means that you can continue on your career path while working less days. It basically allows a more work-life balance. And as we know, the fantastic thing about these labor laws that were introduced is basically to promote the well-being of all workers. It really, really is. It gives us a lot more flexibility. There's rules to ensure that teenagers aren't working over any lengthy period of time that they should. There's stipulations about extra pay. So as long as you're working over a certain number of hours, you should be getting paid for that. And that will be in the new labor contract, which wasn't there before. If you're working in the evenings or late night, you will be entitled to more of your pay. So it's all in these working laws and it's all for the benefit of you. So if you are interested, do check the article Vaishnavi wrote over the weekend, and it's basically the 6 things you need to know about the new labor laws in the UAE, because they are very, very important. And when I said historic at the beginning, I did mean it, because it's the first time that these kind of massive rake of laws are being introduced in our favor. And it's very, very interesting, I do think. But if you're considering a shared work model, you probably do need to have a colleague who's in a similar position as you, and you would do a 3-day week or a 2-day week, as long as it's approved by your employer. So you need to talk to them. We'll move on. Fantastic story. A taxi driver went above and beyond the call of duty. Please give this man a raise. These are some of the incredible stories we get shared. An Instagram user, Nishit8, he said a taxi driver went the extra mile for him after he lost his wallet in a cab. Sometimes we get these stories, and whether or not we have time to share them, but this in particular leapt out at us. So basically the driver, after he found the lost wallet, went to the hotel that the man had been staying at, but the man had already left the hotel. So the taxi driver found his number, but like I said, the man had already moved to a different hotel, so it was difficult to track him down. So the driver went above and beyond and tracked him down at the airport. That was 3 days. That was 3 days after the wallet was lost, and it was actually on the day that Nishit was leaving the country, and it was also on the taxi driver's off day, which I think anyone doing something kind of going above and beyond your work call of duty on your free day is incredible as it is. So I just think it's an amazing story. We do love getting these kind of positive stories that we can share about community members who just do something that's a little bit special. And Nishit said, what can we do to honor this man? So we're going to tag Kareem in this story. So then Hala Taxis in this story, so they can kind of just be aware of what a legend act this guy did. Do we go above beyond Call of Duty every day? We could do more.
Sometimes.
Do we? We're not. I feel like we could do more. I'm sorry. Maybe you do. I don't know. Ali does. Ali does.
On a daily basis.
I think we might do small things, but yeah, I just think that this is a really special act. Like on your off day, after spending 3 days trying to track this guy down, went to the first hotel, got the number, which probably wasn't easy realistically, tracked him to the new hotel, but Nishit was actually leaving, so then he had to go and meet Nishit at the airport. I just think it's incredible.
That's amazing.
We do small things. But to go above and beyond for someone you don't know, a stranger, it's great.
Yeah, good people. You know?
There's good peoples.
There's good people.
There is good peoples, and this is a reminder that Azar, who's the taxi driver's name, he is a good people, so we're going to tag Kareem and hopefully get him honoured. Let's move on to our next story. We're talking all things Dubai Fitness Challenge, and we want to go through things that won't feel like exercise. We are in the last week of Dubai Fitness Challenge. It's getting more and more hard to keep up that 30 minutes, but if you're running out of ways to spruce up your workouts and do something different, we've got you with 3 fun things to do. We're going to kick off with some workouts that don't actually feel like workouts. So Dubai Fitness Challenge is actually partnered with gyms and facilities to create fun classes that don't feel like workouts. So first of all, Roll DXB, they're hosting rollerblading classes tailored for girls or ladies over 18 years old. You'll have Coach Nooni guide you through a series of exercises, strength and flexibility, and you can actually book your slot for this online, so I would check it out. Roll DXB, so a rollerblading class. Rollerblading is, it's roller skates actually. Have you ever been roller skating, Ali?
I had a very tragic fall when I was a kid, so no.
Oh,
I'm not, I don't have PTSD. Let's be personally, but I would like, maybe I would try, maybe if a group of friends were going.
oh
I
no.
would try, yeah.
Can we say what happened?
I just fell on my back and I completely like slipped. And then, yeah, I couldn't get up. I had to be taken to the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Was everything okay?
Yeah, everything was okay. I was just being a baby, but yeah.
No. You're being fine. But was it roller skates or roller blades?
It was the rollerblade.
Because these are skates, which I've never done. I've done the roller blades, which are the 4 wheels in a line, and I feel like that's easier, the skating. But you get pads at this, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Roller skates. Maybe.
And it's in a specific place where the ground, you'll get pads. It looks like a lot of fun. There'll be music.
As long as you learn, like it's good.
Yeah, they're teaching you exercises, and it's a ladies' night. There'll be glitter. Yep. Move on. You can also, this is one for all the dog parents out there. Namaste is just the yoga session for you, designed specifically to have your pup focused and engaged while you're getting both on your yoga mat. There are also a bunch of slots available that you need to book, you and your furry friend. You can namaste together exclusively at Dog Venture HQ. Oh my gosh, I want to take Goose to yoga. Maybe that would calm her down. Has anyone tried this with their dogs? I'd love to know. I think it's super interesting. I love the idea of it. I wonder, first of all, is there a size limit? And also how easy it is to get dogs to chill in that environment, because I think my dog is like, it's like she's had a bag of Skittles throughout the day and like 5 cans of Coke. She's just hyper. So I really would love to see her chill in this environment. But if anyone has any memories of this, if you've tried it, do let us know. I have seen, I think it went viral like 2 or 3 years ago, dog yoga. So the fact that it's available at Dog Venture HQ is very, very cool. So check it out if you want to book it for you and your furry friend, and report back. I'd love to go, I really would, but I just would need to make sure that it caters to all levels of energy in the dogs. And finally, one of the most interesting events taking place at Caesar's Palace, where they've combined football and table tennis to bring you tech ball. How cool is that? So it's a ball-based sport played on a curved table that combines both sports. There are a few slots on November 24th and 27th, so do check it out. Tech ball, I haven't actually heard of it before, but I think it sounds pretty awesome. Of course, we had the paddle tennis tournament at the weekend, another fun way to get your 30 in that you don't even know you're getting your 30 in. So we are getting to the Dubai Fitness Challenge. Of course, there's free stuff happening all over the city, and these are just 3 or 4 more fun classes that you can do. Tech ball, dog yoga. Now, if you don't have a dog, you can take Goose. She's available. I'll check her schedule, but you can take her. Your problem. Don't bring her back. No, I'm joking, Goose, I love you. Okay, let's move on. As you may or may not have heard at the beginning of the show, there is a new food delivery app in town, and we're going to be joined by Ian O'Han, the founder and CEO of Crush Brands, to tell us about their brand new food delivery app, Locale. Stay tuned for that. We'll be with you very shortly. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. There is a new food delivery app in town, and we're going right now live with Ian O'Han, the founder and CEO of Crush Brands, to tell us about their new food delivery app, Locale. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's great to have you on.
Thank you.
And a new food delivery app in Dubai. We're the city of food delivery apps.
Yeah.
What is Locale?
So Locale is more than just an app. It's an ecosystem. So it's an aggregated platform. It supports local restaurants. It's highly curated. So we're talking about 10 to 15 really cool, innovative brands by local entrepreneurs, local foodpreneurs. We don't discount. It's not a discount pit. It's a place where we treat foodpreneurs really well. We give them an opportunity to really grow their businesses, And I think it's the only real alternative to the third-party ecosystem. So we have our own food technology, we have our own operations, kitchens, multi-kitchens. We call them light kitchens, not dark kitchens, because we have real chefs working in there. And then we have our own delivery. So we control our entire value chain so that we can provide a better service for our customers.
It's really, you mentioned there you have 15 brands, and we had a quick discussion before the show, and you mentioned that with some food delivery apps, you'll be getting emails, you're inundated with promotions for restaurants that may not be suited for you. How do you choose, because we're going to talk about the interface a little bit, it looks super, super slick. How do you choose the brands that you are going to partner with?
So that's a good question. So that the people that are involved are probably the most important thing. So the foodpreneurs that we partner with have to have the same ethos that we do at Locale, which is they need to have or be able to produce an amazing product, very innovative product. They need to care, fanatically about their customers, because the platform itself is not the end all and be all. Each of the foodpreneurs the idea is that they will market and drive their own following in addition to Locale, and then we do everything else for them. So we let them focus on those things. But the mix is a little bit ad hoc in the sense that we're trying to create sort of a highly curated locale in each area, so they could be different from one location to the next.
Okay, gotcha.
But it has to be appropriate to that location, and it has to fit within that mix. We don't want competition, directly between those brands, and we actually want them to work together to produce other things together. So
to just give people a better idea, let's say for example we're in JLT. Can you mention some of the brands that people, or some of the foodie places that people might want to order from?
So for us, we have...
Let's get people hungry.
Right. So we have, obviously people know Freedom Pizza. We have Salad Jar on the app. We have Wildflower Poke. We have Coco Yoga Vegan Kitchen. We're about to launch Viking Bakery, which is one of our first partner brands. We're about to launch Jetlag Chef, which is a healthier meal prep company, which is super cool. And we've got about 6 or 7 more in the works now, which I can't speak about now, but we'll be able to share shortly. So the idea is that we'll have, as I said, 10 to 15 sort of really high quality brands. We're also supporting chefs through what we call Locale experiences. So we're actually helping chefs organize pop-up dinners and things like that, so we can create more interest on our platform. And the other thing that's interesting about our platform is you can order from one thing from every one of the brands.
This is a new thing recently. So basically I can get I can start with a vegan and then move on to a pizza.
Yeah, you can have everything, and if you're with a family or with a big group, then there's something for everybody, and you can do it all in one order. So
you mentioned at the beginning that you're not discount driven, but we are a discount-driven city. We always are looking for the best way to save money. Like restaurants will know that we literally buy budget things. We just want discounts. So how do you provide the kind of people and restaurant-focused service and still actually give good value to me?
So if you think about it, we have 15 brands. So we do have a discounting system, but we discount to delight our customers, to reward our customers, to get them to try something new that they may like, and pretty much that's it. So we on the platform, if you imagine we had 5 really good discounts per week that we would offer from 15 brands. Again, we're not. It's not a discount pit. We're not discounting. Pitting restaurants against each other. We're trying to create value for customers. So we want to give value, but we want to do it in an orderly way. We want it to be 5 great value propositions every week, and then we rotate that through. So the impact to the foodpreneur is minimal. And again, it's about the customer and giving back to the customer.
And what about your delivery rate? I always want to know how much I'm going to be spending on delivery.
Yeah. So our right now we launched Locale with a 5 dirham delivery fee, and that's period. And I say period because we don't make up other things like service charges and all these other things. It's just 5 dirhams.
It's 5 now.
So without so there's no other fees. That's it. And we're putting in place some other things, because our whole objective is we don't want to make money on delivery. For us, it's a loss center. It's not a profit center, and I think for the big apps, it's also a loss center for their entire businesses. And we don't want to make money on our tech. These are the way we get our food to our customers, and we give that convenience. We want to make money on food, and so we align our interests that way. And so Everything we do is to lower the cost of delivery, lower the cost of the technology across the platform in a very transparent way. We will be, for example, we haven't launched it yet, but if a customer spends over X, then there'll be a zero delivery fee. So the idea is to remove the cost of delivery, not make money from delivery.
Understood. And why now? For example, if you're the CEO of Crush Brands, you've worked in the food industry for a long time. Why create a food delivery app now when the market's busy? Well,
so for us, we're not creating a delivery. It wasn't our purpose to compete in this sort of genre. As you said, we have a very different business model. We've sort of grown organically. We started with Freedom. We had our own technology. We always had our own technology and delivery. Then we acquired Coco Yogo Vegan Kitchen. Then we opened Wildflower Poke. Then we acquired Salad Jar. So this has been sort of an organic process. And the realization was that we want to offer our customers great choice, and we want them to trust what's on the platform. It's super important that I look at the apps now and they look like jukeboxes to me, and they're trying to sell me
100%.
everything and discount everything and try this, and and I just want to order. And I think I can't be alone in that. So we wanted to create this really clean experience where customers hopefully will give us the benefit of the doubt, because we don't want to put anything on the platform that's not good for them or good for us. And so it's highly curated, quality. It might not be your cuisine, but it's going to be good quality, whatever's on the platform.
Speaking about like a clean experience, shout out to whoever created the app. Like it's super clean. What are you laughing?
It wasn't me. No, it was a whole team of us, but we spent a lot of time on the UI UX, and there's still a lot more cool stuff.
Just in terms of like food delivery apps, when you go on, you're like, oh, this is nice. There's not like 10 things in my face. It's very easy to use.
It's all focused on food. The pictures of the food are big. It gives you nutritional information. It tells you, you can pull out all the macros. It's just super easy to use.
How long does that take?
Well, it took us about, to be honest, we spent about 6 months on the UI UX alone.
Wow.
The first 6 months were just building all the UI UX or visioning all the UI UX. The actual build was about another 6 to 7 months, because it was basically a lot of the tech existed, and we've elevated that tech and then attached it to the new UI UX, and we've got a lot of new cool stuff coming as well.
It's really nice. You mentioned before you may not find what you're looking for on it. So in each locale there'll be, let's say for example, 15 brands. How do you choose basically like cuisine types, or will there be vegan? Will vegan people or vegetarians be catered for, or protein lovers be catered for?
So we have everything on the platform. As we said, all the nutritional information is there now. All the macros are there now for every item on the platform. We are building an entire suite of services around Jetlag Chef, which is full macros and actually getting a macro bill. So not only will you get your economic bill, you'll also get your macro bill for what you ordered. And the platform itself will, in terms of cuisine, it's going to be, yes, there'll be certain types of cuisine, but it's going to be driven by chefs. So, we're not just going, okay, this is sushi. This is, it's not like I've seen some other places. It's like, I won't use the words, but it's like this sushi, this fish, this, that, right? And it's like, that's not, we're not selling a cuisine type. We're selling a menu, created by a chef. So the concept is very important, and the chef's vision is very important. So a lot of chefs that we speak to, they say, "What do you want?" And I said, "Well, what do you want? Like, what are the things that excite you? Because that's what we want you to do."
Okay. So this is a supporting local.
Yep.
Supporting local businesses, supporting restaurateurs here. It's value driven for you, and actually, if you download and sign into Locale right now, you can actually get 100 dirham back in value.
Correct. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, you get coupons, right? So again, it's to get people to try and give value and try different things within the platform. Dirham. And our couponing system's really simple and clean. So we also have a nice lunch club, which is for people at their offices, which again is creating value. And the idea is to have some fun with what we're doing, and it's something to learn about. And we've just started sending out a weekly newsletter. So we sent out the first one. I'm pointing like everyone knows who I'm pointing to, but I'm pointing to Ted, our brands director.
The busy people.
Yeah, so I'm pointing to Ted, our brands director, who's there.
Just say I.
Yeah. It's all me. I did the app. I did the. No, we've got obviously a big team, but what we want to do is create a weekly newsletter that talks about the chefs. Talks about the product. So we want to go deep on food. So it's more than just an app. There's an experience that we put back into the process. So.
Just before we sign off, you mentioned quickly the lunch club.
Yeah.
Because we are, we're ordering lunch. Like I order five times a week. in my office, what value will that give me?
So Lunch Club is the cheapest place you're going to find locale anywhere. So the only proviso is you have to order it at your office and your company has to be registered. We have, I think, about 300 to 400 registered companies in the UAE right now.
Amazing.
It's kind of the craziest place where you can get it. And the idea is we're using it as a marketing tool to onboard people. So if we give you something stupid at work, you know, like maybe we give away something on Thursday just for fun, and you order it, and then you know your colleague might say, well, where'd you get that? So I got it for free, right? So for us, it's the cheapest place you'll find locale. So get on it, and we do weekly deals on that as well. And it's very corporate focused at your location only. Our hope is that you might discover us at the office and then order from us in the evening.
Well, I've been scrolling locale all morning, and it's safe to say I'm starving. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having us.
That was Eno Han, the founder and CEO of Crush Brand. So he said us, so should we give a quick shout out to everyone?
Oh yeah, we got Ted and Myrna from our branding team off camera.
They're all here. Everyone's here. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show this morning. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe, wash your hands. Bye-bye. Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.